So are we as a nation satisfied with democracy? And unfortunately, the vast majority of South Africans are not satisfied with democracy. Satisfaction with democracy, very specifically the way democracy works, has been falling year after year for the past 10 years. It's currently at its lowest level in the last 20 years.
Wow.
Only about 1 in 5 adult South Africans say they are satisfied with the way democracy is working. The majority are dissatisfied with the way democracy is working.
So with regards to satisfaction around democracy, is that dissatisfaction with the principle of democracy, or is it the dissatisfaction with the current implementation of democracy from our politicians?
So what we've seen happen is two things. So firstly, system legitimacy. So system legitimacy is the idea that the system you have is legitimate. So people used to feel quite strongly that democracy was the best system available. And we've seen that steadily erode over the last 5 years, falling, coming down. About 25% of the population feels that a non-democratic system could actually be better than the democracy we have now.
Wow.
1 in 5. A big chunk of the population, and it kind of goes up and down a little bit, they're very ambiguous. They say it doesn't really matter what kind of society we have, and a minority currently, one of the first times this has actually been true, thinks that democracy is the best system. So what we've seen is that dissatisfaction with the returns of democracy are starting to affect people's view of democracy as a legitimate system. So one of the other things we've seen is that we ask people, what's important for democracy? Talk about free speech, election participation, a strong opposition, etc. That has started to decline. The importance that people start ascribing to those things has fallen as people become more dissatisfied with how democracy has returned itself to us as South Africans.